Yeah, I want to show you another super tool. Man, I haven't seen one of these in a while. But, I know they're great though. This is an air nibbler. It's a lot better than electric shears or air shears or using even a air chisel with the cutting edge on it. This will make a nice, neat cut. You see how it kind of nibbles away the metal? This will do up to 16 gauge steel. This is 18 gauge steel. Runs about 90 pounds. You want to make sure it's well oiled. Now this is one tool I got made in China because it was ridiculously low priced and the specifications were very good. $24 delivered. How's that? Usually these are like, I don't know, they're a lot more money than that. Even the Chinese versions are a good 50 bucks. But it's got good specifications on it. You can go in all kinds of directions. So you can just take this and go. You get it started. Got it going. Once it gets going, it rocks, man. Yeah. So how's that? It only takes 5.5 CFM at 90 pounds. I was doing this one-handed. It makes a nice, super clean cut. It doesn't make any jagged edge on the edge of the metal. So a lot of times if you're using, shears, it gets all jaggedy. If you're using a cutoff wheel, it's hard to stop. You can change directions with this in midstream. I can have it go this way, right? A lot of air compressors will keep up with this. Some of these tools are 17 or 10 or 9 CFM at 90 pounds. This is only 5.5 at 90 pounds. I think that's what it was, 5.5 or 6. It's not much, man. It's not much. It's made in China, but it's so ridiculously low priced. I think it's almost like 50% off the retail price. But usually they're much higher CFM. I don't know how much. I don't see how they made money on this tool. $24 delivered. It's all steel construction, all steel, and it's hard tooled steel down here. It's aluminum. So one time I'll buy something China because it is ridiculously lowball price, and I'm not going to use this that much. But if you got to cut this out around the rust in your car, and you want to make a nice, say for instance you got a rust hole that goes like this and you want to make a nice cutout, you can go ahead and do it with this and just get the good, cut around by the rust, cut up to the good steel in whatever kind of shape you want. It won't warp the metal. Then you get in here with your flange tool and you flange it, and then you make a nice, then you just got to trace out on a piece of paper and transfer that to a piece of steel. In other words, you trace this out on paper, you cut out the paper which you traced, and I use a spray can. You spray across the paper, and then you have like paint on the steel, right? And just go across with jigsaw. Jigsaw cuts great as long as you keep the pressure down and keep the metal from vibrating. The jigsaw works great. Then you can just weld that piece in there exactly the oddball shape that you cut out for the rust, and you got a perfect patch. So this tool is a great little tool to have. So one time I'll buy something from China because it is so low priced and it looks like it's so high quality for what you're getting. I don't think you want to get this for a body shop, but for a home user, I'm not going to use this that much. It'll probably last a long time, especially if you keep it oiled. Usually maintenance is 90% of your problem with anything. So you seen it work. I was having, the second time I tried it, I had a little trouble getting going there. First time I tried it was here, no problem. But let's see if I can get it going again. There's a little trick to it starting. A little trick to starting it. Once it starts, it goes like rocks. And I got to hold this I can't put much pressure on it because this table's like kind of wobbly and shit, but tell me, ain't that bitching? And like if I want to change directions, right, like this, you know, if I was in there and I said I want to change directions and go to 90 degrees, I can go right ahead and do it. Not a perfect demo here, but if I wanted to change directions right in midstream, it's not a problem. Actually, it's not a problem. And they got this all buggered up here. I got to put some pressure on it though. I can't do this wobbly table, but yeah, you can change direction if you're pressing a little bit. You got a little more pressure on it. It works like butter. It works like butter. I'm probably giving a bad demonstration here, but I just want to actually show you that I picked this up for 24 bucks. And it works good. I mean, it does damn well work good. I don't know how long this would hold up under an auto body shop, but for DIY guy, you can't beat that. It is made in China, but it ain't that bad, really. It ain't that bad. I don't know how much they made on this damn thing, to tell you the truth, man. Not much, that's for sure. It seems like it has about, yeah, it's steel and aluminum. It's got the hardened tool steel bit on the end of it. It's rated to cut up to 16 gauge. And oh, this does say 17 and a half. This does say 17 and a half at 90 psi. Average air consumption. There might have been a misprint on the other thing I looked at. It did say 5.5 or something. That was a misprint. This isn't air hogged in, but you don't need to use it that long. And there you go. Custom sheet metal is thick at 16 gauge. And I think my air compressor would hold up, would work for this, because it'd probably take me about 5-10 minutes to cut out a big area. And I got a 30-gallon tank in an air compressor. That's a decent size for a home user. So definitely well worth it. $24 including shipping. Can you beat that? Not really. Not really.